All right, so I'm back with Maria.
Mhm.
Maria, how have you been?
I've been good.
You
Mhm.
good?
Yeah, I'm much better, much calmer, more um, relaxed, and not being so overwhelmed or so stressed. Um, yeah. Feeling more like ready to now start looking for a job. You know. Um, and actually, like, going back to how I was before I came unstable. I fixed a few stuff upon myself, my background or my history, historical, um, some misunderstandings, that I didn't make it be clear because there was no need to like make it be not there was no need to make it be understood. The fact was that I had to do an update in a few things, that were now happening to be misunderstanding, but back then they weren't. They were um, situations that were kind of bit truthful, real, but they weren't like completely done being explained, So then they were like happened to be confused, and I was kind of like ruining a bit of letting myself be able to move forward in life, you know, or happen to be able to have opportunities to have a bit more open doors to let me be a bit more successful or to not successful in like rich type of way, but like in wealthiness too, like if I would go to the hospital, doctors, it would make doctors like doubt me, like, like, can you explain or this and that, and that would make me be upset, like, what is wrong with these doctors? Like, do I look like a liar or do I look like a addict or like what the heck? Like, are they starting to think I'm taking advantage of them or using them or overusing them, or does it look like I don't happen to be sick no more and I'm just pretending to like take advantage of the prescriptions, and you know what I mean, like a lot of things. And I was like very worried, because now they were like everything was like seeming more strict towards me, more like like unrealistic. It was making me be like nuts in my head, like what's going on, what am I doing wrong, or did like things change within the law, or the rules changed within like the doctors or the hospitals, or or looking for jobs too, like going and asking for application. It will make a few bosses be like, but are you gonna come, are you gonna take me serious? And I'll be like, yes. Okay, well, I mean, I was having a bit of doubt on that, but not really. I believe that you were, gonna make it a work, but now you're gonna be able to make it a work. Like, you're not gonna miss work. You're not gonna be sick. You're not gonna like stay at home because you feel a bit sick. Like, if you feel a bit sick, still try to make it a work. Now if you happen to feel more sick at work or you happen to get more sicker, then tell me, and then I'll then give you permission to go home or to go to the hospital, doctor, wherever you need to go. Just don't come to work if you feel like you're gonna get sick to the point where I'm gonna have to call an ambulance for you here. So then I was like, what the heck? And then later on they would call me and be like, no, muchacha, like, mejor no, siempre no, ya agarré otra, lo siento mucho. And I would just get me upset, and and I would like cry, and I'll tell my mom, I don't know what's going on, I can't get a job, and like, I don't know what's going on. And my mom was like, have you checked? And then my mom be like, okay, now, like, have you gone to the doctor? Have you gone to the hospital? Have you asked for your update? Like when you go to the hospital and then they tell you, oh, you have to come back a week later. Like, did that? And I'm like, no, maybe it's that. Maybe that's why. Maybe like everyone's like, wait, she didn't even went and did an update to make sure she's now okay, or nothing got worse within her, or her kidneys are now functioning right, or like her UTI didn't like reach all the way up to her kidneys, or her kidneys didn't make her UTI worse, or you know what I mean, or the UTI went away and her kidneys not functioning, give her another UTI. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's like, oh, because I have like kidney functioning problems. Well, I had, Now they seem to be much better and functioning a bit. I mean, they done one function correctly and one wasn't functioning, but it started functioning a bit more like normal. Yeah, not as fast as this one, like how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
organism or my metabolism, you know. But at least it still happened. At least it happened to still be able to function, you know.
Where
Yeah.
are you going right now?
I was taking a walk towards 7-Eleven. Yeah, I was gonna go over there to try to get a drink for $1 because I'm broke and I was gonna try to get a drink all the way over there.
And what kind of work are you looking for right now?
Cashier.
Cashier.
Yeah, cashier. At a fast food restaurant like Filiberto, Salsitas, Federico's.
You've done that before, right?
Yes, I was working before I became unstable. I actually also because I was getting sick, so then I had to go to the hospital to the doctor. I did went to the hospital for like a day and a half, and then I got sent back home. I was at home very sick, like throwing up, and this and that, to the point where my gallbladder got a bit ruined. Had like it got like open like halfway a bit, so the acid was falling out and falling on top of my liver. So then I was having a lot of difficulties having to look for a job or going back to work. It was ruining a lot of my future. And now I happen to be much better. Then later on, I tried renting at a house, but then the renter had a bit of personal problems with the real owner. So then the real owner then called the cops on us with even the renter, and then we all got taken in custody for trespassing. And then they let us all go the next day, but since I happened to be illegal, then ICE picked us up. Well, ICE picked me up, or picked us, like the ones that didn't have papers, that were there with me. They picked us up the next day. So then everyone that did have papers, they were out the next day here, but the ones that didn't had to still happen to go through the process. Yeah. So then that was in 2020, and I got put away for almost 7 months. So then 7 months, that made time went by. When I got out, it was already almost 2021, and then I still had to then try to go and look forward on the trespassing ticket if everything was fixed, or if I still had to go to court in order to not have that in my record when I had the next court day with ICE, because I got out on bond.
Yeah.
So then that took a bit of time. So then I was punching my history, my historical. I also went back to CBI, to the rehab I went to get sober the first time. And I was really actually happened to be sick, and I was actually happened to be out here smoking, not dope nor weed. Yeah, so then fentanyl, and it wasn't yet really out here. So then, people were freaking out, like, what the heck is she doing, Yeah. Or, it's just, I was looking for prescription, like other people prescription that they didn't need it or wanted no more, that they were willing to give away. So then I didn't got caught, but nor I didn't told nothing or anything or no one, because I really didn't know the full information. Or if I did know the full information upon people, I still wouldn't, No, they weren't even interested. They were like, you don't have to worry, because they saw in me that I was like, and they're like, are you worried? Because are they threatening you? I'm like, oh no, I'm just more worried about how am I be able to go through this without having to give no names, because I don't want no issues. I just want to get through this myself and fix my own problem instead of making it worse or bigger or whatever. Nor I don't want to give problems to them either, because it was actually me asking around, and I was telling them I had kidney functioning problem, which I did. And they're like, why don't you try asking your doctor? And I was like, because I did. And he was like, Miss Maria, you don't happen to be going through any addiction, or you're not getting addicted to them, right? And I'm like, no. Well, I'm gonna have to prescribe you some 1,000 milligram ibuprofen. See, usually they have 500 out in the store, and then the 800 they gotta get prescribed. The 1,000 milligrams, they hardly ever prescribe those to people, but they only do so to those that they don't know if they're going to, if they prescribe that 1,000 milligrams to those that they don't know if they happen to be going through addiction or if they're getting addicted to them. So before they get addicted to them, they try to not have them get to them. you know. So then I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take them. But I was taking those, um, and they weren't really working on me, you know. They weren't like, they were working, but like I was still able to feel like the pain, and I was happening to feel more the pinching, the pain, you know, like the stabbing, you know, that was the more painful one. That I wasn't feeling it, you know, like I would feel it, but yeah, I feel like the ibuprofen took like the pain except that part. I don't know how it was. It was just weird. So then that would make me throw myself on the floor more than I did when I didn't had ibuprofen, you know. So it was kind of a bit interesting and a roller coaster. Even on doctors, they were like, that's kind of weird, and curious on finding out why it's making you feel this way or why is it doing that, you know.
How are you doing
Or
right
what's
now
the
with
difference between them two, that this one have you like feel that and this one doesn't, like I don't know.
How are you doing right
Yes.
now with substances? Are you clean already?
Yes. I mean, yes, but like here and there, I do happen to still smoke like,
The blues?
yeah, a couple, you know, because not a couple as in a lot, you know,
Yeah.
but like a few, you know. Yeah.
You're keeping it down, managing it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, and not all the time, you
And
know.
you've been going home, right?
Yes. I'm
good.
starting to be more clear on my mom, like helping her not be afraid that, because for a bit she was happening to be very upset and depressed because she thought she lost her daughter. Like, I lost my daughter on the streets, but it wasn't that. Like, she was like, she keeps getting locked up, she keeps going to jail, I keep having to bond her out. I never thought my daughter was gonna be like this. People were worried, you know, my close friends that I was very close to and near, that I grew up with, and family members, cousins, even far away family members and far away aunts, step cousins, step aunts, you know, were coming like to my mom home like, hey, is everything okay? Are you okay? Is everything fine? Like, how is she doing? Is she's okay? You know, the time I went to immigration for 7 months, I came out on the second day. I died, and they brought me back to life 7 times because I run out of oxygen.
How did that happen?
I got chronic asthma and pneumonia and bronchitis. So then, being away in the AC dorm for 7 months, because it's like maximum security. So we don't really come out to the yard for more than like an hour, nor we don't come out all day, nor half a day, nor they don't keep the doors open, you know. We actually like happen to be like in one dorm for, you know, the time you happen to be there. And at that time, COVID-19 was happening, so they were keeping us in our cell for 23 hours. Our cell in the same dorm, but like our cells happen to be in the dorm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it's like this is the outside, you walk in, it's the dorm, and then inside the dorm there happen to be like the cells. There's like 10 rooms on top and 10 rooms in the bottom. So then since there's 10 rooms on top, there's 20 beds. And then 10 rooms in the bottom, there's another 20 beds. So there's 40 people and 40 girls in total in one dorm. And then there's 6 showers, and then 6 phones, and there happen to be 6 tables. So then they can sit like in a circle in a group or whatever, and 6 different tables to watch TV. And there's like 3 TVs only.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like one in Spanish, one for those that like to watch like cartoon, and novels, episodes, shows, or like movies, you know. And the other one is like Discovery Channel, you know, or like Discovery Channel for animals, or Discovery Channel within like true facts and history, or like World War I, World War II facts and stuff like that, you know. Or Discovery Channel as in like series about like scary stuff about what happened like in real life stories, like within families at home, or like paranormal stuff, you know, like spirits and ghosts and all that. Like one TV's about that, and the other one's about movies and shows, episodes and all that, like the 70s show, you know, the Malcolm in the Middle, freaking the Simpsons, or South Park, you know, or freaking Family Guy, you know, Friends, you know.
Yeah.
Or the Orange and the New Black, Walking Dead, you know? Yeah.
All right, Maria. Well, hey, man, thank you for giving me this
I catched up
update.
on everything. I got well with my health. You know, I got my kidney going a bit now. You know, slower, but it's going. It's moving. It's Now you'll see me running, trying to look for a restroom out there, you know. Back then you'll see me just walking like, why is everyone's looking at me different? Like, why is everyone staring at me like, and then I'm like, why are you guys staring at me? Like, haven't you realized you haven't used the bathroom for like almost 2-3 days? Like, that's not normal, bro. Like, people have to pee and poop. You have to poop at least once a week. Not even. You have to poop at least 2 or 3 times a week. You know, like once every 2-3 days you have to poop. And pee, you have to pee like at least 4 times throughout the day. But if you don't pee 4 times, at least try peeing once or twice throughout the day. When you wake up and in the middle of the day or before you go to bed, at least. And you're not freaking peeing at all. And we see you drinking a bunch of freaking soda, water. You always have like orange juice. You always have freaking cranberry juice. You always have milk, you know, chocolate milk or strawberry milk. You always have the aloe drinks, you know, aloe drinks like the pineapple aloe, strawberry or watermelon or
Yes,
or
Mexican drinks, huh?
yeah, or the real aloe. Or now I'm carrying Gatorades, the blue one, red one, orange, the cucumber ones. Or now I go inside the Food City and then I go over towards the back where they have like the little mini restaurant where they eat, and the little plaza where they have the mini restaurant inside Food City. And then I ask for the fresh water, like half watermelon and half melon. You know.
That's your favorite drink right there?
Yeah.
The agua fresca?
Yeah.
That's good.
Or the cucumber one. They have the pino. No. They have agua de pepinos. Pepino y cilantro. Yeah, pepino, limón y cilantro.
Yeah.
You know, cucumbers with lemon and then cilantro. You know, what's it called? Not cabbage. Cabbage is like the freaking. Yeah. The cilantro. No, that's lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce.
Cilantro is like usually they put it on top of the tacos or on top of menudo or pozole.
Yeah, cilantro, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you say that in English, but yeah. It has cucumber, lemon, and cilantro.
I think it's the same thing.
I think so too, yeah.
Cilantro.
Yeah, sometimes I ask for just that one, and it's really good because they put sugar, you know.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but a bit, so it comes out kind of like sugar and sour, you know, so it's good with a lot of ice. It helps out with the, you know, the heat. I'm over here like, I'm about to think for a good one, I think. One for you, one for me. We'll try to drink some for everyone else, or I don't know.
Thank you for giving me this update.
Only everyone can make it.
Are you okay with me putting this on my YouTube channel?
Yes, of course.
All right, Maria, if anybody has any donations they want to give you, do you have any social media or email or anything that you want to share?
No, not for the moment. I think I'm also ready to just make a new one, restart a new one, or to try to get my old password. I know I've been saying this, and the others, videos and the other, and the old updates or in the, you know,
In the interviews.
Yeah, and I haven't even had time to do those because like I've been afraid that what if I like reopen it and then here comes again my history being again like I thought you didn't do this, or I thought this wasn't true, or I thought this was misunderstood about them or us, or I thought you weren't doing this no more. But I'm like, see that like happened. That was part of like, you know, like that was true based on like when I was actually like going through that. You know what I mean? So yeah. And it was just me dating an old boyfriend that he was getting confused with being a narco or someone big or a drug dealer, and he was in that. He was in the military in Mexico, and he was a soldier in Mexico. So then he finally graduated. He got out of that. He tried staying in Mexico, but a lot of people knew him, so they were like, "No, you can't work. You have to be a veteran," and this, and they weren't letting him do nothing or shit. Nothing. So then he was not like he was able to take a shit, you know, but when I mean to say they weren't letting him do nothing, like they weren't letting him do shit at all, like nothing, you know. So then he was grateful and very appreciated, and he was very thankful and everything, you know. But like he really wanted to work, and he had to work because no one was gonna pay his bills. And in Mexico, it's way different than out here, you know. They do get a bit of income, but a bit to like enough for them to eat or to buy groceries or at least to pay rent. But what about the bills? Or to pay the bills, but what about rent and food?
It's rough out there, huh?
Yeah. So it's like, see, that would cover up my rent, and if I'd work, I would have enough for groceries and for the bills. Or that would cover the bills, but I'll have enough. If I work, I have enough for rent and groceries, or I'll cover my groceries. If I work, I have enough for rent and bills, you know, and probably a bit extra to be able to buy my underwears and hygiene and stuff, personal stuff. Yeah.
All right, Maria. Thank you for the update. I appreciate it.
It was just that. Yeah.